Hey, stop for a second. I want you to think about things you hear commonly when it comes to investing in real estate. Whether that be that houses always go up, you need a lot of money to invest, or that location or something else is needed to invest in real estate. Now hold on to that thought. Because in this video, we're going to discuss some common myths about investing in real estate. This video is for someone who wants to look into investing in real estate, but here's all sorts of things online, I mean, this video included, of what to do and not to do, and they just want a sense of direction and guidance. So if you're that person or it sounds like you or you know someone, keep watching because I'll get right into the myths. So some of the myths that we're going to be talking about, one of them being they need a lot of money to invest in real estate. Another one is that real estate always appreciates. Another one is that you can get rich quick in real estate. Another one is that you must be a landlord or house hack to become an investor. And the other one, which is a really crucial one, is that location is the biggest factor when determining buy an investment. Right away, many people, maybe even yourself, think that you need a lot of money to buy real estate. That's just not true. There is a lot of ways. There's things called RETs. You can do house hacking was one of them. You can do hard money loans. You can do down payment assistance programs. If you're a first time home buyer, you can get grants. And like in the state of Michigan where I'm at, I was able to get some of my clients $35,000 to buy a house, and they could use it on duplexes. So if they got a duplex, they could literally house hack it, get the loan for way less and pay way less money and save a lot of money. Again, if you're gonna get a loan, the idea is that you don't have all this cash up front anyhow. No, you do not need a lot of money to invest in real estate. Another example I have is one of my clients bought him a duplex in Grand Rapids, and he only brought about $8,000 to closing. For his closing, we got him 6% concessions, which is like money back to you from the seller to the buyer. And he's making money in that thing now. And he's ready to buy another property. I have another client of mine bought a house up in Muskegon, path to get their third, because you don't need that much money to invest in real estate. You don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, obviously, the more money you have, the better, but you don't need it. Another myth is that real estate always appreciates. This isn't true. If it was true, you wouldn't be able to deduct depreciation off of real estate when you're doing taxes. So you might hear it a lot from agents or just people who want to get you to buy real estate to simply invest in it. It's like, it's not always an ideal route to specifically buying real estate. Okay, well, let me get to it. Markets fluctuate. They go up and down. Like specifically now with the administration, we don't know where housing is going to go. We don't necessarily know where inflation is going to be at or interest rates. A lot of speculations, but we don't know for certain like what's going to happen. And that obviously affects the housing market. So a way to combat that is you honestly need to do research, and it takes a while. So there's a few ways to do it depending on what you're going to buy, whether it be a single family or a duplex. I mean, even if you're going to buy a single family, it's a similar concept. There's things called cap rates. The idea behind this is the lower the cap rate, the more safer the investment, but the less potential reward. And on the flip side, the higher the cap rate, the more risk, but the more potential. So when deciding what kind of house to get, look for houses that are in areas next to hospitals, schools, near downtown like areas where population's higher. Look for higher income individuals, and look for areas that have specific commodities and parks, recreational centers, things like that. Basically cities. If you're buying a duplex out in the freaking countryside where there's nobody, I mean, it'll probably go up in like 10 years, but don't expect to get making money on that house right away. Another thing you can do is look at what's called a 1% rule. Basically meaning that the house that you're gonna buy, if the value of it is like, or the listing price is like 150, make sure that that house is at least making a rental potential, that is, or rent itself, 1,500. Another one is that you can get rich quick. You might see TikToks, other videos say, I invested in real estate and got really rich. Real estate is a long-term strategy. You need to have goals that are realistic. You cannot buy a duplex, like let's say with a loan, and expect to be making hella money the same year or another year. You're gonna get a 30-year loan. You're not making money on that boy probably till year 11, maybe, or year 5, depending on how much rental income you're getting and the price of the house and whatnot. Another one is that you must be a landlord or house hacking or something like that to invest in real estate. I think no, that's not the only way to invest in real estate. Do crowdfunding. You can be parts of syndicates. Now, obviously, there's pros and cons of being a landlord or not. If you're a landlord, pro is that you got money coming in. The con is that you got to deal with all these people. Combat that is you can just hire a property management company or a property manager. You kind of resolve the issues, but regardless, you still have to pay for this stuff. Now, if you invest in crowdfunding or a syndicate, you only pay for a certain amount upfront, you get a return back. Now, the thing is, those sometimes are a little more difficult to join compared to a landlord. Landlord, you don't really need anyone, it's just yourself. You only have to trust yourself. But if you don't mind trusting other people with the money that you have and you're okay with waiting, then that's probably a better option. Now, if you want full control of everything, then maybe a landlord is probably what you want to go for. The last myth is that location is the only important factor. Now, although there's a saying in real estate, location, 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 it's very important to understand that location isn't the only thing that determines the value of real estate. Things like property condition, market trends, and ultimately economic indicators like, interest rates, inflation, exchange rates, etc., affect the value. And also supply and demand, how much people want to buy the house in that area, or the house that has a certain amount of bedrooms. Like, there's things like that affect the value. Location is important, but you can have like house near Calabasas, freaking California, and not sell for a while, like months, because the other things just don't line up in its favor. So it's not as easy to sell real estate as you think. So just to recap what we talked about, you don't need a lot of money to invest in real estate. Real estate always appreciates, which isn't true. You can get rich quick with real estate, probably isn't true. You must be a landlord to invest. Again, not true. Last one, location is the only important factor. Like I said, not true. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below if you have any experiences like this, or if you need any help, feel free to reach out to me at cm@medinarealty1.com. Feel free to subscribe for more real estate content and personal finance, and peace.